Looking. Inbound. Fox for the game. Did he get it off? Oh, he put it down! De'Aaron Fox wins it in Charlotte! You are him! But does it count?
Oh boy, it's late.
De'Aaron Fox has made quite a splash playing alongside Victor Wembanyama for 2 games in San Antonio. And while that shot didn't count, he hit the potential game winner just before this and is providing an incredible weapon for the Spurs when the shot clock and quarters are winding down. They didn't have a mid-range assassin like this, someone who can isolate out top, wind the clock down, and get to his spot and hit 17-footers like he did against the Hawks. And if they try and run a patterned offense away from him and the attack doesn't yield any sort of advantage, they can turn to him to bail them out, and despite this barely missing, his speed getting downhill opens up all sorts of possibilities the Spurs didn't have before. Let's look at some numbers. In the 2 games with Fox, we've seen a big uptick in pace, and even more profoundly, their time of possession has gone down a whole order of magnitude, from being ranked 12th highest to 1st. It's clear that his speed both in transition and in the half court has juiced the Spurs offense, and the overall impact is profound. Their offensive rating this season is 112.2, a mediocre ranking of 16th, but in the 2 games with Fox, it's 118.6, which would rank them 4th in the NBA. Even more tantalizing is that they're now shooting more open 3-point shots as a direct result of Fox driving and kicking, but the even bigger impact is the number of restricted area attempts has skyrocketed, and they're shooting better as he gets them easy and open layups. First, let's look at how Fox and Wemby are interacting with each other on offense. There are some directional issues they need to iron out. Inside ball screening on this side has Fox attacking with his offhand, where he's not as much of a threat. However, watch how much gravity Wemby has on his roll. Champagne's man has to bump down on a full switch, and Fox makes the perfect read to generate another open 3-point look. On the baseline out of bounds, check how Wemby draws 2 defenders on his catch. This was foolish by Daniels, by the way, and we're seeing nice chemistry between these two as Wemby hits Fox in the basket cut. This forces the 2 weak side defenders to fully rotate, opening up another open 3 for a gang that simply can't shoot straight. A play they will get a lot of mileage out of is having Wemby ball screen for Fox and force a switch. Watch the biggest man on the court get down that low block with the mismatch and see how even help defense is powerless to stop him. Here it is again versus the Hornets, and this time the help comes from up top off of Fox. This is a mistake, as Fox can now attack the incredibly long closeout from a big man who easily gets beat with no one in the back line to protect the rim for the easy finger roll. Watch what happens if Wemby slips the ball screen early. Fox begins to drive, sucking Wemby's man to the outside and opening up the short roll, where there is simply no help rotation tall enough to have much effect on him other than to foul and give up free throws. They can set the screen out top as well. Teams shouldn't be so willing to switch this so easily. Since Wemby just wanders down to the low block, it's easy to throw it into him, and he's naturally going to draw the attention on the catch, opening up the gorgeous one-touch back to Sohan for one of those restricted area buckets. Here's another example of an end-of-game possession where they can just turn to Fox and say, "Find us a basket." By going 1-4 flat, it provides plenty of room for Fox to get to the hoop. Wemby's man has no choice but to get up in the air and contest, which proved successful up until the point where Wemby crams the putback down through the iron as a pseudo-assist from Fox. It's not just Fox's pressure opening up things for Wembanyama. A simple post entry sees Fox patiently wait for his man to wander down in help position, and these are the only type of threes Fox should be taking, as he's only had 1 year out of 8 where he was even close to average as a shooter. There's a lot of get action in the Spurs offense, where Fox throws the ball ahead and fouls it back for the handoff. And I'd like to see you get in on the action by using SeatGeek for all your tickets to concerts, sporting events, and the theater. Just check for the green dots. They let you know the price is a great value. It's the easiest app I've ever used to get tickets, and I've got the hookup. With my code BBALL10, you'll get 10% off of every purchase you make. So act now, since this offer may not last long. Hit my link, don't worry about being called a geek, that's cool these days, and enjoy all your favorite concerts and sporting events. Save 10% with my code BBALL10, and you'll be able to see how CP3 fits into their offense alongside the ball-dominant Fox. One way is to play him like a big man, where he sets the weak side screen for Wemby, opening up a drive and a foul. Or you can have him act like a typical 5 and set the step-up screen for Fox on the left wing. This forces a switch and lets Fox cook the young French rookie for the contested 3-ball. Same play, and they get the switch again. This time, the tough crossover gets Fox into the lane, and watch how this penetration causes maximum confusion for the defense. Hunter was guarding Barnes on the left wing, and he tells Nance to help on the drive, but didn't let Trae Young know he needed to switch out top. The Sochan flare screen sucks Young towards the corner, leaving the easy in-air decision by Fox and the wide-open knockdown from Barnes. Heck, why not throw CP3 down in the post and really make him like a 5? This draws the attention of the weak side defender on Fox and generates a good catch-and-shoot shot that barely misses. Just having Fox out there to spot up on the weak side opens up all sorts of shots. As Barnes short rolls and kicks, two defenders close out to Fox, and CP3 gets a good look from behind the arc when Young is half a step slow getting there. I would very much like to see Fox ball screen for CP3 a lot more often, since Paul does have his own gravity and it allows Fox to pop into space. Watch how he runs into the catch and gets into the lane for the gorgeous one-footed step through and rainbow floater over the big man. I mentioned earlier how they should tailor their offense to a lefty-dominant player, so get action to the right is suboptimal as he has to turn back toward his left to attack but can't finish the twisting floater over the good contest. They adjusted this in the fourth and got him going to his left, and I love the Chris Paul cross screen before the handoff. Sochan's roll dragged the defense into the paint, and CP, you gotta shoot this on the catch, man. This is their play of choice so far for Fox, and I like to see Wemby involved in the handoff more often, even though this is his bread and butter pull-up midi that'll hit more often than not. If teams switch this action well enough, the next progression they should install is flashing Wemby at the nail, but this means Chris Paul has to stay out top and then run blind pig with Wemby, which would surely lure help defense into the paint and open up shots. Instead, they're left with a nice skip pass, but a contested three that's way off. And having him attack out of the right corner with a handoff into ball screen will draw two defenders because he's so fast and aggressive turning the corner. Since both defenders stick with him too long, it allows a slick pass by Fox. He's creating layups for his teammates. Layups! You'll find Fox in that corner a lot since he's a lefty, and his gravity when he turns the corner is so profound that he'll get hockey assists since Seth Curry bumped down, creating a long closeout, and he has no choice but to get to CP3, leaving Barnes all by himself for the wide open three. I'm excited to see this two-man game on that side, and once they smooth it all out, I'm sure these shots will fall a lot more often. The key will be not to take the bait when they go underneath the handoffs and ball screens. There are infinitely better shots out there than the hezzy pull-up with the defender in good position. Like we mentioned earlier, one of the biggest impacts the Spurs will see is in speed. Everything about their offense is now faster. Teams will have to deal with the top three fastest guy in the league grabbing outlet passes and attacking the first guy back, usually a smallish guard that has no hope in stopping him at the basket. Watch for Harrison Barnes' production to bump up since he has no problem getting out in the break with Fox and filling those lanes, attacking fast, and finishing well. Even off a made basket, Fox is that fast and can get the defense on their heels. It's his job to generate the open threes, which will be plenty. It's his teammates' job to actually hit them. He's very active defensively with tons of quickness and energy. He's not averaging 3.5 steals a game for no reason, and these types of quick and explosive moves to deflect the ball get turned into offense in a hurry when Fox is in the henhouse. What I liked about this play wasn't that they blew the easy 4-on-1 fast break and didn't get a layup out of it, but that Fox remained calm, surveyed the scene, and found the open man in the corner and was promptly rewarded with a swish assist. There is no question the Spurs just took a big jump in both talent and impact to their opponents. Fox is a natural fit with a lot of polish to his game and a guy you can rely on to take the tough shots down the stretch of big games. Where they will fall short is with the rest of the roster, as they're still 2 players away from serious contention. But as Wemby continues his inexorable march towards the best player of all time, expect the Spurs to start to hit their full stride by the end of next season.